everyone, welcome back to Studio 64. So today in this video I'm going to be showing you my process of prototyping and making custom cape designs. Today I'm going to be designing a leather pauldron. So I have this like leathery type substance that I got off a notepad, old notepad I had. As you can see, I've tested it with the knife there and it does cut really well. So I'm going to try and make a custom pauldron with this. But before I actually make the pauldron, I need to prototype my design. So the stuff I always use for this is bleed proof paper. You can use normal paper if you're just making some prototypes, but bleed proof paper works as well. And also the advantage is that it's really nice quality, so you can keep the prototypes that you've made just like normal paper, but it takes colour a lot better and it's just really nice. And more importantly, it's stronger than normal paper, so that you won't tear your capes if you pull on them too hard. So to actually design the capes in the first place, I use this guy. This is my cape testing minifigure, and basically I just took off his arms so I can use the body to draw around. And so yeah, so if we're making a pauldron, it's going to be coming off like probably this way, or maybe that way, it doesn't really matter. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the head off, and I'm going to get the body on its own, and then I'm going to get my bleed proof paper, and I'm just going to place it down on the paper like this. So if I kind of look at the top and go down to the bottom, I can get the sort of dimensions of the top bit. And so I'm just going to connect those lines up there, and then I can use the side of this. You just want to make sure that all your parts are in the right dimensions, which is using a body piece especially is just extra useful. The other pieces are kind of to hold on the capes when I'm testing them, but the body piece is practically all you need to actually draw them out. Okay, so we have this little rectangle now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a cross in the middle. That is where I'm going to hole punch later. So if we see on this figure here, if we're actually looking at how a pauldron would fit on, we only want it to come out to around here. So I'm just going to mark out that, and we probably don't need all of this space here, so maybe just a bit less there. Okay, so now I want to do the shape of my pauldron. So I'm not going to do a Clone Wars style one. I think this would be more of a curved one that the Empire sort of used. So I'm just going to kind of just hand draw it myself. Okay, so I'm pretty pleased with that. I can obviously correct my mistakes when I cut it out. So now I'm going to actually cut it out and use it to test on a minifigure. Okay, I think I've cut that way too thin to actually cut it out with the hole punch, so I'm just going to have to try and cut it out with the knife. Okay, so I decided a square would be easier to cut out, and it does, I think, hopefully. It does still fit on the minifigure pretty nicely, and yeah, I'm really happy with that design. I don't usually get the design right the first time. I usually have to make a few tweaks on the way before I get my final design, but I'm pretty happy with this already, so now I'm going to try and cut it out of the leather. Okay, so now I'm going to draw around my prototype with my pencil. I'm actually going to make this slightly bigger just by drawing around the outside, because usually when you're replicating a cape, you usually kind of want to go underneath it like that so that you don't make it bigger, because especially when making something like a karma, that can really mess it up and make it look really unclean. But for this one, I'm actually going to purposely make it bigger. Okay, so there's my first attempt at making this cape design, and now I'm going to test it on this minifigure. Okay, so I'm actually really pleased with this design. I really love this material. It's just really nice for making capes. It's just got like a real leather feel, which is like what the capes are actually made of in Star Wars. But yeah, that's looking really nice, so now let's put it on an actual figure. Also, I kind of want to colour this bottom in black, just so it gets rid of that white paper bit. Okay, so here is the finished cape design, and it looks really nice. I coloured in the bottom bit, but it took ages to dry, so I've just been waiting ages for this. But yeah, it's looking really nice. For some reason it does look a bit weird with the helmet on. I don't know why that is. It might be a bit small, but that's again part of the prototyping experience, I guess. So yeah, I hope this video was helpful for you guys. I really hope it's going to help you guys make your own custom capes and stuff. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video.